Hey you all, let me tell you a story. This is about failure. And I had many occasions, but yeah, for this one I really felt bad because this comes from my heart and I wanted it so badly and it didn't go the way I wanted it. So I looked at it, I turned around, looked at it again and I cried. It was not what I had in my head, nor at all the story I wanted to tell. I failed. I felt like a failure at that time, like I can't do this. So you might ask what happened. Well, I was so eager to start and I was unprepared. I had a canvas, I filled my palette with colors and I just started painting out of the blue. I had this urge to start with oil immediately because I loved the look and the brilliance of how my hero Rembrandt used oil to paint his stories. But it became a mess. And I was frustrated. And I knew I had to learn how to use oil paint so that the portraits I wanted to paint would stand out. So you can say at least a lesson learned. And no, you don't learn this at the academy. Not the way I have learned it. But my journey began. And now I have a process of preparing with the drawing, preparing the canvas and my palette. But there's more. It's like writing. You know, writers, they have their pen, they have their paper, but they have an idea. They do research into this idea and they mind map. They start free writing. And then they start drafting their book. And then they start to edit. They have a whole process. So I start with the research. I choose the portraits. Unless someone commissions me, then I talk with them. And I listen with the people who commission me. And that sounds very practical and doable. However, there is another side that is what people in musicality, and I say it's being highly intuitive. Those parts are all needed to paint your portrait as a story. We sometimes think it's technique. And I don't underestimate technique, it's the basis you need. But after that, it's a depth that we need to go into. The process is way more important. It's that journey of telling a story where we also have to fail sometimes. You know, we all have to fail sometimes. That makes what I do so incredibly enjoyable. So my question for you this week is, can you tell me in one word, what did you do after you failed something? Let me know in the comments. I really look forward talking with you about this. Because I have one favorite quote. Did you ever fail? Fail harder, fail better. Never give up. And I didn't. And the portrait I show you here, because I can't show you the portrait anymore that I failed with, because it is gone. It's not here anymore. That's what I did after I failed. But I never gave up. And this is the portrait, another portrait that I made. And I was very inspired. And I looked at the documentary and I listened to my friend Lady Phil. And she told me about Audre Lorde. And this portrait has a quote from her on the background. And this portrait, you do not see lights in her eyes again, because she is looking inward. She was a librarian and a civil rights activist, but she is clearly connected with the text that is behind her, that I painted behind her, which is a very powerful text, and I recommend reading her books. So this was prepared. I made a story. I read her story. I watched a documentary of her when she was in Berlin. I listened to Lady Phil and how she loves her. I read book read a book, and I studied her portrait, and I started a conversation with her, even if she's not here anymore. And that's why I could paint this portrait as it is. So again, let me know, what did you do, in one word, after you failed something? And then another thing, I am about to start the Oil Painting Society, where we come together. We have live sessions, we can have video tutorials. Let me know what topics you want, but sign up to join the community, because then you can ask me questions and you receive information about it. And it's meant to be a lovely community, and one where we learn, where we give feedback, and where we grow, and where we explore our authenticity through painting to soothe our souls. So, speak to you soon. Have a lovely day today, and take care. Bye bye.